What up, guys? So I wanted to start a series. I'm super excited for this series. A lot of times in the Old Testament, people, when God would do something for them, they would make like these shrine type of things that would remind them of things that God did. And so I took that, and not that long ago, probably like a little bit over a year now, started putting sticky notes on my mirror. I would just do verses and stuff like that. But then I also started this thing and I called it blessings. And it's just times that God really showed up or God used me for something really cool. And so I just wanted to go through and share those with you guys, because I'm not going to lie, there's some fire things on here that I low-key I got to remind myself, because I'm a human, and my memory is bad. And so I forget these things, and I have to look back at these sometimes and be like, wow, look what God brought me from. And so today we're going to start with the first one. Oh, just really quick, here's like the sticky notes. There's like a couple verses, but here's this one. There's 6 now of these blessings things. All of these are different things that God did, but I'm going to start this one. If you want to know about this one, that's how God saved my life from suicide. That's in my testimonies, my videos, but I'll go to this one. So this is a person's name. Her name is Heidi. Back when I was newer in surrendering towards God and figuring things out, I started to do worship at my church, and I really wanted to work on my vocals. And so I started doing vocal lessons at this place called Skoke Studios. So shout out to Heidi. Anyways, I was really struggling, and it was about this time when I started to really be on fire for God and start to really cut things out of my life and really live in His will. And you could see it, you could visibly see that I was finally joyful. God was removing things and healing me from depression and stuff. And so you could visibly see my joy. I would go to these things, they're Wednesdays, these vocal lessons. This lady, she was just amazing. Her name's Heidi. She believes in Jesus, and so, but I didn't know this at first. I would just talk to her, and she was very down to earth, very nice, and always asked how I was, Just a great teacher, a great person. Anyways, I was really struggling one day, really struggling, and then in my faith too, and I was just praying and I was asking God. And this is after my bridge moment, so this is after I fully surrendered my life to Jesus, and I just started praying, and I was like, God, I'm really struggling, and I just needed you to show me that you love me. And so I remember I was literally sobbing the whole way there, I'll be honest. I was getting those feelings back that I was freed from, and I was not with that. And so I was just really genuinely hurt that day. And I got there, I got to the thing, and I was literally I don't think I can do this today. I was about to just go home. I don't know, something in me was God's gonna do something, just go. And so I went. She asked me immediately. She could tell, because like I said, it was visible. She could tell that something was off. So she just started talking to me just like a human, just human to human, it wasn't anything, wasn't teacher to whatever, it was just human to human. And I needed it. And I don't even know how it happened, but just out of nowhere, she starts just feeding into me and just telling me that I'm a bright, like a light, and how she sees this change. And so I eventually just told her my testimony of that bridge moment. And we literally just talked about God for the whole, it was I forget how long, there were 30 minutes, I think, or to an hour of class. Most of it, we were just talking about God, and it was really cool. She was telling me some stuff, her ton of testimony, and I didn't even know she believed in God or anything. It was really cool. And after, it was a weight was lifted. Yeah, that was dope. that was the first one I kind of wrote down, besides just where God really met me. And it was just really cool. God just really showed up. He was like, I love you. And it was so cool, because he told me, I love how God uses people. God genuinely used her to basically say, you're loved. You know what I mean? You're loved, and I see you, and I see what you're doing. And it was amazing. And so, yeah, that's the first one. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this series. I'm super excited. There's some really sick things that God did. I'm just really excited.